Hey guys, so apologies already real quick if I'm a little bit of a mess. I'm at work and it's a hot day today. So let's talk about the LP stuff real quick. If you don't know by now, which most of you I would really hope would know, I am a massive Linkin Park fan. I'll be a Linkin Park street soldier for the rest of my life. Sorry for my voice is raspy. I was in their fan club for many years. Met the band through meet and greets and backstage tours multiple times. I got to chat with Chester and Mike at length for about 5 minutes one time during a meet and greet. Mike is a huge Halo fan, just like me. This news today wasn't unexpected. Who it is unexpected, and I can't say I'm a huge fan of how she sounds, but that said, there's no replacing Chester, and I think she knows that, and the band knows that. It's a little sad that Rob is gone, their drummer, Rob Burden. That's a loss, but this new guy seems pretty good. And the live stream today, they have somebody covering in for Brad Delson, who's their guitarist. I've seen a magazine cover by, I think, Billboard, with Brad on the cover, that was released today. So he's still in. So we're out 2 members. We're out, obviously, Chester, and out Rob. Emily Armstrong is the lead singer of a band called Dead Sarah, which I have not heard of before. I feel like maybe I've heard it in passing. Her voice is different, but again, there's no replacing Chester. This is just what LP is going to sound like now. And as much as I didn't initially like the change that they made when they transitioned from doing their more alternative rock, their slow transition over their albums from Hybrid Theory and Meteora, and then they went into other stuff with like Minutes to Midnight and a Hunting Party and stuff, that became more like pop rocky. Yeah, especially their last album, One More Light, with Chester. He wasn't screaming as much. It was much more singing than screaming, which is completely fine. I grew up with the band. I grew and changed with them, and I will continue to support them just like I always have, no matter what changes they make. Granted, if they did something that was absolutely deplorable, I would never support that. But, as artists, if that's what they decide that they want to do, I will support them. They're the band that I love. They helped me get through some tough times in my adolescence, in high school and stuff, as I'm sure they helped millions of other people. That was what Chester was all about, and therein lies my point. I've seen a lot of hate and vitriol in the comments of this live stream today and on across social media posts, stuff like that, saying that they should never have, they should never play any of the songs ever again that Chester was a part of. So none of their songs should ever be played ever again. It's disrespectful to him, blah, 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 blah. These are people that they just can't let go, and they don't understand. I don't claim to know Chester personally, but through his music, through the interviews, through the times that I've met him in person and through meet and greets and such, Chester isn't and never was about the money, and the band itself was never about the money and the fame. They used their platform and their success and their fame for Music for Relief, which is a foundation that they started that helped relief efforts for, disasters and stuff like that. And I'm not going to go into the weeds, all this other stuff, but they did a lot of charity work and a lot of foundations and things like that. Plus, the band's music is cathartic, and it helps people, and it got people through hard times. And that is what Chester was all about. Comedians and people like Chester, they use their art and what they're good at to help people get through hard times and their depression and their anxiety and things like that. So that way, those people don't have to go through what they're going through. They know what it's like to go through that stuff, and they don't want other people to have to go through that. And the only way they know how to do that is through their art. And Chester would want these guys to continue his legacy and continue doing that. If Linkin Park were to just die and be gone and the band were to break up and never make music again, that would be more upsetting to Chester than it would for them to replace him as a singer. I don't know if he would approve of her as a replacement. I'm not saying that she's bad. I'm not saying that she's good. I just don't know what his preference would be. None of us do. and I'm sure that's something that the band struggled with. I think that this has probably been an ongoing process for them, trying to find a new replacement for probably a couple of years now. This isn't something done easily. You know, when Chester passed away, Mike went through and made an entire album that he did called Post Traumatic, and like the first 3 or 4 tracks of that album are heartbreaking. And it's all about dealing with the loss of what was essentially his brother. You know, talking about how he didn't know what to do. Everyone's asking him what his next step's going to be, and it's like, can you leave me the fuck alone? Like, that's basically what the song says. So trust me when I say this is not something that the band took lightly. They didn't just all willy-nilly be like, oh yeah, she sounds good, let's just get her. Like, I'm sure it was a long, drawn-out, thoughtful process. I'm sure we're going to find out why Rob Burton is gone. He was their drummer. Yeah, so just try to keep an open mind. I will continue to support these guys as artists. I may not be a fan of what they put out going forward, but we'll see. If they announce a show anywhere near Seattle, within like 100 miles, you bet your fucking ass I'm buying a ticket. Like, I'll do VIP and everything. I'll join the LPU again. I'm actually thinking about it right now. I just love this community. I love this band, and one of these days I'm going to be getting a tattoo on my inner forearm that's got the LP logo, the Breaking Benjamin logo, and the Starset logo all in a row. That's a tattoo idea that I have that I really want to get, because those bands mean so much to me. Just keep an open mind, keep an open heart, and remember, this isn't a replacement for Chester. This is the band honoring him in the best way that they know how, by continuing to tour and continue to make music. I would expect them to make some kind of statement soon, and I'm sorry this video is running so long, but all right, I love you guys. Peace out.